Hello everyone. Today I will show you a video about the American cruise ship Norwegian Star, which departs from Buenos Aires, Argentina, to Antarctica and ends in Ushuaia. This epic journey also begins with the formalities of check-in. The last stretch to the ship is done by bus, which takes you through the container port. The ship was built in 2001 in Germany. It is 294 meters long and has a capacity of 2,298 passengers with 1,031 crew members. This interior cabin is located on the 4th floor out of a total of 14. Unfortunately, it was a very noisy cabin due to its location next to the engine room, which at times caused quite disturbing noises. It is a standard cabin of 12 square meters. The ship obviously has a Las Vegas-style casino and a gym. The main elevator takes you from floor 12 down to floor 4. First stop was the neighboring city of Buenos Aires, Montevideo, a city of almost 1.4 million inhabitants on the other side of the Rio de la Plata, which in appearance is not very different from Buenos Aires. Its main square has El Palacio Salvo as its main attraction, inaugurated in 1928. Montevideo was founded in 1724 by Spaniards originating from the Canary Islands. In Plaza Independencia, you can see the mausoleum that houses the remains of General Artigas. While the ship was heading to Puerto Madryn, people were enjoying themselves in the main pool or in one of the whirlpools on deck 12. The Stardust Theater has a capacity of 909 people, extends across 3 decks, and presents different shows every night. Meanwhile, the library is always a quiet place to escape the hustle and bustle of life on deck. Food is available in various restaurants of very high quality, where one must be careful not to gain a few extra kilos by the end of the trip. To appreciate the spectacular skies of sunrise, you have to wake up early, but on more than one occasion, it was worth it, as the vibrant colors rarely seen in cities appeared. The third stop was the city of Puerto Madryn, with 103,000 inhabitants, where the main attractions are wildlife, such as whales, dolphins, penguins, and sea lions. For $180, you can take a tour where you can swim with these curious animals, which approach you without shyness. A unique experience. These animals can be observed all year round. Males measure 2.6 meters long and weigh 350 kilograms. The smaller females measure 2 meters long and weigh 150 kilograms. While females can live up to 22 years, males live up to 19 years. You can see guanacos, which are relatives of camels, as well as the famous Magellanic penguins, which are only 48 centimeters tall. In Punta Arenas, where there is no pier for large cruise ships, passengers must be taken ashore by tender boats. Disembarkation is done in shifts and can be very slow. In this case, it took more than 3 hours to transport all passengers ashore. Also on the Falkland Islands or Islas Malvinas for the Argentines, there is no pier, and each tender boat takes 20 minutes to reach Port Stanley, the main port and only city in the Falklands, with just 2,640 inhabitants. On April 2, 1982, the Argentine armed forces landed, leading to the Falklands War. The Argentines occupied the islands until their surrender on June 14, 1982. Due to the harsh island climate, only 30% of cruise ships can actually land their passengers. In this case, we were lucky, and the sea was calm enough. On April 14, 1916, survivors of Sir Ernest Shackleton's Antarctic expedition arrived at Elephant Island after their ship, Endurance, got trapped in the ice and ultimately sank. They set up a shelter on the north side of the island, at Point Wild. Shackleton selected 5 crew members to search for help in South Georgia, crossing the sea in a 6-meter-long boat. Shackleton later organized a rescue from South Georgia, reaching Elephant Island on August 30, 1916, and quickly evacuating the 22 men, who had been stranded there for 4 months. Today, 3 countries claim the island: Argentina, Chile, and the United Kingdom. Snow in the morning signaled our arrival at Paradise Bay, a natural harbor on the Danko coast of the Antarctic Peninsula. It is one of only 2 natural ports used by ships to reach the continent. The bay was named by whalers operating in the area and was first recorded by the Belgian Antarctic Expedition in 1897 under Lieutenant Adrien de Gerlache. In general, when we see an iceberg, we are only seeing 10% of its total mass, as most of it is submerged beneath the water. Ushuaia, with a population of 82,000 inhabitants, is located on the coast of the Isla Grande de Tierra del Fuego, facing the Ushuaia Bay on the Beagle Channel and surrounded by the Marshall Mountain Range. Argentina considers Ushuaia the southernmost city in the world. However, some argue that this title belongs to the Chilean city of Puerto Williams.